You are watching Channel 4. We have interrupted programming to bring you some important news in the form of an emergency broadcast. There have been a shocking number of reports of panic and threats regarding an imminent nuclear attack on the United Kingdom. Just a few moments ago, several alarms were sounded across the country, with the attack warning being red, meaning that an attack is likely. At this time, all television channels across the country are required to broadcast this warning, as the aftermath could cause communications to be disrupted, making it no longer possible to receive updates. However, radio stations and television channels will try to remain on air for as long as possible throughout and after the attack. At this time, no matter the circumstances, you must go to a safe and secure place indoors, as once the country has been attacked by nuclear weapons, a large explosion will emerge, releasing intense heat and widespread damage to anything natural or man-made. If you are caught in the nuclear blast, you will likely be killed or be subject to radiation poisoning, also known as acute radiation syndrome, or life-threatening injuries. Acute radiation syndrome can have the following effects: headaches, fever, and damage to skin. To avoid any exposure to radiation, be sure that any entrances for radioactive fallout wherever you're staying are blocked, either through using sandbags or furniture such as chairs and tables. The more items you use to block any potential entrances for radioactive fallout, the less likely you are to be affected by it. But please do so in a fast but calm manner, as you have limited time before the attack hits this country. To ensure that you have the right supplies to last you throughout the duration you will be sheltering, make sure you have enough food, water, clothing, and hygiene products to be rationed and shared with anyone who may be with you in your fallout shelter. If you are alone, it's still important and your responsibility to make sure that you have enough supplies before the nuclear attack, as you will be unable to go outside until it has been announced it's safe. These supplies must last for a minimum of 14 days, if not longer. If you have any younger children in your shelter, be sure to keep any important supplies required for your survival out of reach when it's not necessary to use them. When the nuclear bomb goes off, it's vital you remain away from any windows or glass surfaces, as glass could easily shatter, leaving you injured and unable to receive help for quite some time. Be sure to shield your eyes to avoid seeing the nuclear explosion to prevent any form of temporary or permanent blindness. To avoid any electrical fires or explosions caused by the nuclear attack, please switch off any form of electricity right now. If any electrical fires start in your nuclear bunker, be sure to bring a fire extinguisher with you, as this is the only safe way to put out any fires caused by electricity. Shortly, water supplies may be switched off to prevent cross-contamination, which will make it unsafe for consumption. Drinking contaminated water can greatly impact your health and can poison you. We highly advise you collect water immediately when you can. Water means life. Do not waste it. Do not use water for flushing lavatories unless you have been told you may use them again. Water must only be used for cooking and drinking purposes, as it must last for 2 weeks. To receive more updates and advice when sheltering, you may use a battery-powered radio with spare batteries and tune to official government broadcasts, which will give you the latest news on the current situation and the nuclear attack every hour. But be sure to switch off your radios to save battery when these wavelengths are off the air. Official government broadcasts will also inform you of when it's safe to leave your shelter by playing a siren-like tone. Once it's safe, proceed with caution, as there could be glass and debris scattered around your location. When clearing your area of any debris, always remain alert, as sharp objects can cause injury. Shortly after the sheltering period has ended, electricity and television services may resume if possible. But keep in mind that these services may be limited depending on the impact of the nuclear attack. If you do not receive any new information from your radio, be sure that you are tuned to the correct wavelength. If your radio still does not transmit any news, you must remain in your shelter until further notice. If any instructions are given to you, you must listen to them for your safety and carry them out carefully. These instructions are there to help you and ensure your survival.
If you have not heard previously, you must do the following before it's too late. This country is expected to soon be under attack. Take shelter immediately and block any potential entrances for radioactive fallout that could enter your shelter. Collect any important supplies that should last for a minimum of 14 days. Follow any instructions or emergency information given to you through your battery-powered radio. That concludes this emergency broadcast. Thank you, and stay safe.